For many moons I have watched. Even seen art occasionally.
Alrighty, I think I got, hold on, some anti-ASMR. Super sorry. Oh, so sorry. Oh, right there. Okay, right at the start. Perfect. Okay. I think I got everything good and ready to go. I was like ready today, I feel like. Alright, let's get going to my face. Oh, bring that down. Don't need to see the ceiling fan. Colette! It's time. Yes. How is everybody doing? What's new? What's haps? How's life? Thank you, Rosara, for the resub, and yes, art occasionally. I mean, today kind of counts, sort of. I mean, it's gonna be crochet today, so. But yeah, ooh, do great. Nice, nice. I am a little anxious about today. Aside from the fact that I have like a laundry list of to-dos, but what we're gonna be doing today is crochet. But specifically, we're gonna be frogging, and I've just been avoiding this for like a literal year. It's been a year in the making for this, of what's happening today. I have a Halloween cardigan that I literally started last year, for last year's Halloween, and I didn't finish it because I made a mistake, several mistakes, and I got too upset, and so I never finished it. And I want to finish it. I know it's the first cardigan. The first one's always got to be the worst. All right, we got to get it out of the system. But I at least want it to be wearable. Okay, it may not look beautiful, but it will be wearable, and that's the important thing. Okay, so I will show you where we're at right now. And yes, this did take forever and a day. So here's where we're at. So it kind of looks done, but it's not done. There's still things to do, and it's also curling up terribly. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. I'll get there. I have a whole story with that. But specifically, it is the arms, and hopefully it's noticeable if I hold it up to like a light background, what we're dealing with this big dip right here, and how that's not happening on the other side. Exactly. We got a dip over here. This was me trying to be clever and build sleeves to like curve with my arm, but not considering the math. And I should have just not done anything, and just not done any increases, not done any decreases, not done anything fancy. So that's what we're gonna be doing today, is chatting while frogging these, and I'm crying while doing it, and then try and redo these sleeves. So I think I grabbed everything but scissors, so let me go grab those really quick. BRB, right behind me. Look at this. Look how convenient. I don't have to go very far. All my art chores right here. Nice. Nice. Let's go. Math is hard. It is. Math is hard. Math even, yes. Both of them. But yeah, so there was so much happening with this cardigan. Here's the back, by the way. So the back is a bit of an issue. As you can see, it's very like this. I haven't blocked it yet. I have no idea how I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. I guess I hand wash? Or should I just pop it in like the washing machine with yes. With it in a, what is it called? Those laundry bag things? I don't know what to do. To straighten it out. But I think I did too many rows. I think there should have just been 4 pumpkins back here. Instead I did 5. So I think that's why it's gonna be big. And it's also very hot. So this is very convenient that I will be wearing this while in Iowa. Because it's gonna be cold, hopefully, for Halloween. And I intend to eventually put little faces on some of the pumpkins. I don't want all of them. I think it would be cooler to have like some of them have faces and some not have faces. And then yeah, so the curling, I don't even know where to get with that. If you just, like, I'm hoping the blocking and ironing and stuff will help with that. I tried using a larger hook size. That didn't do anything. And also, speaking of hook size, I don't even remember what hook size I used for this. So probably what I'm gonna do is frog some and then test out which hook and hope for the best. And even then, I don't think it'll make that much of a difference. So I don't think it was my 6. but I took it out just in case. So I have a 5.5 and a 5 here. We're gonna go for it. If you don't understand anything about crochet, I'm just saying gibberish right now. But yeah, so how's everybody been? It's been 2 weeks, I think, since my stream. Look at me go. I'm frogging. Oh, it's painful. Ah, I hate frogging. But yeah, so last update I had for y'all was that my sister-in-law, got hit by a car. I now know a little bit more details as to how that happened. She apparently had it parked in the street in the neighborhood, just like not in the actual driveway, but you know, next to the driveway, and then that's how the car backed into her. She is doing less good. She's still okay, she's still fine, like still alive and everything. But just, oh, that worked. Oh, cool. I thought I was gonna have to do some cutting. Just keep going. We're just gonna keep going then. I did have rows. I don't think I'm gonna really ascribe to that because these are all already tied together and I don't really want to redo that. So this is just it's gonna be what it's gonna be project. But yeah, if you didn't hear, my sister-in-law got hit by a car. Her physically, her body got hit by a car, not her car got hit. I mean, her car did get hit by a car. Okay, so if you didn't hear, my sister-in-law got hit by a car. She was standing next to her car. She had the back door open and was in between the door and the car, and a car from a neighbor house backed up from their driveway and slammed into the door of the car, which then hit her, and then she then hit the other side of the car. So she was like sandwiched in between the door and the car. But she was okay. She was rushed to the hospital. She had, I don't remember all the details now. It was her jaw, her hip, I think were the two main things. So she's getting some MRIs tomorrow. She's got like so many appointments this week. I don't even know what's going on. She had to really fight with insurance. They apparently didn't want to give her an MRI. They didn't want to pay for it. And it's like, oh my god, I hate insurance so much. This country sucks. But yeah, so she's got a million doctor appointments this week. She was doing fantastic, actually, surprisingly, after the incident. But then, like, I think maybe adrenaline and stuff calmed down, and then just it all hit her. So now she's like miserable. But she's still kicking. She's still doing okay. It's just gonna be, you know, a long recovery sort of thing. But then, like, simultaneously, like a week or so later, her son, so my brother's son, my nephew, he fell and broke his wrist in 2 spots and has to wear a cast for 5 weeks. Oh my god, wait, when's his birthday? I think is his birthday coming up? Oh my god, if he has to wear a cast for his birthday, I'd feel so bad. So he's gonna be 4. So he's 3 right now, he's gonna be 4. I'm too Canadian, exactly, right? Almost there with the sleeve. I probably should be holding this up so you guys can, like, watch it happen. I just realized that. It's okay, we have a whole other arm to do. But yeah, so that happened. And then I got a call yesterday, or not a call, I got a text message yesterday from my mom saying that my other brother, his son, his youngest, the 7-year-old, he fell and hit his head in several places. And he had like open gashes on his head. And my brother, I mean, he's a nurse, so he was lucky that, you know, that's the case. So my brother said, I don't think he needs stitches, we're just gonna glue it back together. Bitch, what? Did you see that? My thing snapped. I know. So my mom is like saying, you know, our family is cursed or whatever. And I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna go with this is in 3s, okay, you know? That was the 3rd, we're good. The curse is now over, it's done. And like my brother texts me and he's like, oh, you're next. I'm like, don't say this to me. I don't need to hear that. And then I ended up texting my mom, like, what happened? What did he do? Trauma, exactly. So my mom, that's when she calls me and tells me, oh, he was at a hotel swimming pool, and they had, I guess, some rocks. I don't know. And there was like an area by the pool where I guess kids were jumping off, and there were rocks in that section, and he ended up slipping and falling and hitting his head and like tumbling down the rocks. And I'm just like, okay, here, fix that. Hold on, I need to I think I'm good. I think I can just start from here. I'm just gonna start from here. No, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, why would you say this to me? I'm gonna use a 5.5 and let's see how that goes. But he's fine. He's a trooper. This is the kid who, like, he's the second child, so he's the one that always like gets into trouble and everything. So I think he'll be okay. His older brother is the more shy, like, how am I gonna do this where you guys can like see what I'm doing? I'll lift it up here maybe. Okay, we'll try this. And so I think the older one was probably more traumatized, honestly, because he's the sensitive one, the older one. But yeah, so it's been a trip. And then on the phone, my dad is there, and then first of all, he was all like, send me because my mom sends me the photos, okay, of both of my nephews, and just like the worst looking expressions. Like, they are so unbelievably sad looking. I'm like, why would you send me these pictures of them? They look so depressed. Like the first one with the cast, he looks so sad. And then the second photo is literally like my other nephew, just face completely red, covered in blood, absolutely scream sobbing. And I'm like, these are the pictures you chose to send me of them. And then my dad in the back being like, send me the pictures, I didn't get to see them. And my mom was like, no, I'm not sending you the pictures. And then I'm laughing because I'm like, oh my god, they're such shareable pictures. Like, if you were to see these pictures, it's like, oh my god, this is like Americans' funniest home video sort of pictures that you would like see spread around. Like, they're fine, so we can laugh about it. But yeah, so I was like, you cannot have these pictures to my dad, because he is the drama queen, the socialite, the stereotypical, like, gotta tell everybody everything person. And it's like, no, you don't get to have these pictures, because it's gonna be just everywhere if you have these pictures. So my dad was sad, but then he like wanted to join in. He's like, well, do I get to be one of the groupies because I chipped my tooth? And I was like, was it dramatic? Were you bleeding everywhere? Like, what are we talking about here? Because like, you can't fuck this up, because we already had the 3. Okay, you can't add another one. Like, my mom is like superstitious about this stuff, so she's like, you can't make it a 4th, because then it starts over. Because my mom's superstition is like bad luck comes in 3s, or like things come in 3s. And so if it's my sister-in-law, her son, and my other nephew, that's 3, right? So if my dad, comes out, who's the other 2? So my mom and I were kind of like bitching at him. And I was saying it wasn't a big deal. He sends me a picture. It is the tiniest little chip you ever like didn't even see. Like, you couldn't even like see the chip. It was so small. I'm like, no, that doesn't count. You don't get to have the sympathy party. Okay? These other 3 were way more traumatic incidents than their like tiny little chip. He's like, oh, but it's sharp and it hurts my tongue. I'm like, go to the dentist and cry me a river. Alright, I hope I'm doing this right now. Maybe it's an extra curse, so 3 times 3, don't you do this. Don't you do this. We don't need this in our lives. Oh wait, do I add it? I think we're good. No, I think we're good. I think I'm doing this right. I just don't want to accidentally increase and make the arms like massive. Anyway, so that was the drama recently with the family. So I'm hoping that's it. There's no more. We don't need more. Okay. Shit, I think I fucked this up. I think I need to skip. Do I need to skip? That's a reach if I skip. I don't want to accidentally increase. We're gonna go for it and just see what happens. But so far, Alexander and I have been fine. knock wood. Okay, we're fine. And hopefully nothing else happens. Especially to my brother, because this has been crazy. Like, his job has been awful. Then all of a sudden his wife gets hit by a car. His son breaks his arm. Nothing's happened to the baby yet, so that's good. Hopefully nothing happens with her. And yeah, so I think that's like family news updates. That was just been since the last week that I haven't streamed. I don't think there's been any new updates with my grandmother. I think I told you all about the credit card thing, right? With her at the airport. She thought she was at the airport and called my dad up and demanded to have her credit card so she could take her plane. And then in the background you can hear, "We're not at the airport!" So that's been fun. Really hoping that her daughters put her in a home soon. Fingers crossed for that poor woman. But yeah, I think that's it for that news. So it's been a trip. It's been a week. It's been a couple weeks. But right now my brother, oh my god, how does this work? I think it's gonna be his sister-in-law. I hate family terms. It's probably gonna be so much easier once I learn. Oh, what did I do here? I did something right there. It's okay, it's close enough to the shoulder. I'm not frogging it back that far. It'll be fine. It looks like I either did an increase or a decrease right there. I did something right there. I don't know how to crochet. What was I saying? Oh, his sister-in-law is coming to visit. And like, Mandarin apparently makes this very distinct. Like, if it's your mom's brother's son, like that has a specific word. And so it's not like just plain cousin, it's like, it's your eldest cousin on your mom's side or something. And like, I feel like, would that help my brain with this? Because in English, I can't keep track. Is it like sister-in-law? Is it like mother-in-law? And then like there's like another one, stepmom, stepsister? Like, I don't know. There's too many things, too confusing. But yeah, so she's visiting, so hopefully that will help. And then my mom's supposed to go back up again soon, in October. Actually, my mom's been having shit too with her teeth. One of her crowns fell off. Does that count as another one? Would that one technically be the first? So then we only have one left? It's still scary to have like one left. Hopefully it's not me or Alexander. But I mean, otherwise things have been okay. I've been a little bit stressed, but that's just like the usual. Just busy schedule, busy thing. And I also got a new translation work thing today. Not today. I don't know. My brain is like not working right now. I got a new translation job a couple days ago, and that is due tonight. So that'll be what I work on today, is finishing that up. Good lord, this kind of looks like hair, like really curly hair, like colorful. Your brain works? No, not at all. Especially not after not after working on this comic. Oh man, it's a it's like I graduated though, you know, like I'm now one of the groupies. I can say like officially now that I'm like a translator because I got this project. I was waiting. I thought my first project was gonna be this, and then they give me like this really sweet, wholesome, like It's not like it's sort of slice of life in a way, like romance. I'm like, oh, this is so cute. This isn't what I thought I was going to get, and that was my first project. So now I'm getting this, and like, ah, the universe makes sense again. And they wanted it done in like a day, and I'm like, girl, I cannot do that. Okay, I need more time. So thankfully they gave me more time, but as I have now reached like the end of it, I have like the last few pages to go. I'm like, oh, I can see now why they would expect this to be done faster. Because it's like the same 20 sound effects over and over and over again. And thankfully they did give me a Excel spreadsheet of sound effects. Unfortunately, this author didn't use like any of them on there, so I had to do a little digging to, and also a little imagination to figure out, oh, what would these sound effects be for this panel. Yeah, it was definitely appreciated. Shit, did I fuck this up? I think I did. That's okay. No one will know from afar. I think I added an extra one. I think I did do an increase by accident. That's okay. We'll do a decrease on the next row. We'll even it out. But yeah, anyway, if you didn't understand my hinting at, it's porn. We're gonna be doing I'm doing porn. But yeah, it's thankfully BL though, which is nice. Because from what I have seen of the het stuff, it's not as nice. It's like very mean. So you know, things are a little bit more consensual in this one. It's also a parody, so there's like a couple funny moments too. But there is a lot of sound effects for sure. Did not expect that. A little outside of my wheelhouse here. Yes, Wilhelm scream for sure. That would be fitting, to be fair. So that's what I've been stressing about in some manners recently, was trying to get this done. Just because I'm very slow, and then I have to remember like, oh, I'm getting paid like $1 a page. Like, I shouldn't be trying that hard. And I feel bad, because it's like, if I had more time, and I'm sure like every translator feels like this, then they could really put in the work to do good translation. But then when you have like such tight deadlines and you're getting paid like no money, it's like But I still haven't heard back from the first company I applied to. That one is like the common one in the industry of like, oh, I started with this one and I worked there for a year and then built experience and then left. So a lot of these companies are used to getting beginners. But that, good lord, that translation test they had me take was so long. It took me like days to do it. And I never heard back from them. And I reached out several times and they're like, oh, you're still under review. Oh, you're still under review. And it's like, I don't think I am. I think you just like scammed me, but okay. But I guess I got some experience technically out of it. This is gonna be so warm when this is done. I really hope it like looks okay when I finish. I have all the extra yarn over here. I don't know if I'm gonna make it to it, but we'll see. I'm just doing granny stitch for anyone who's curious. If you couldn't tell, just doing granny stitches all the way around. I wasn't counting. Oh, actually, I probably could catch up if I skip a stitch. Oh, let me do that. Let me skip one towards the bottom so no one will see it. Putting in the little extra each time. Use proper English spelling, leaves one word just for giggles. Yeah, that would be funny to do, like a little secret thing here and there. That's a good idea. I'll have to go through. Oh man, I'm gonna have to review today too. I'm gonna have to look at it again. It's just like, and when Alexander walks in sometimes, like, he knows I'm doing it. He's seen some of it. But it's still funny when he walks in sometimes and it's just right there on my screen really big. They gave me higher res files for this comic than they did the previous one. I had to zoom in so far to get like really blurry quality visuals for the characters so I could see what I was translating. And then meanwhile this one they're like, oh no, we're gonna get you like 7,000 DPI for this one. Like you can zoom in way too close. And like sometimes it was necessary. Some of those sound effects were really tiny. I guess not as important. But other times it's like I don't need to be that close. And like the app that we're using to translate, like it won't let you zoom out farther than 25%. And that's still too close. I'm like, this is, I feel uncomfortable. Oh, and I will mention that there are the white bars. You know, those famous white bars. I was like, wow, even the translators don't get to see. I was surprised by that. I didn't know. So all the white bars that you guys have seen, which I know you have, apparently the translators get them too. So I don't know who gets to see the original. Maybe it's just the artist. I don't know. No idea. Oh, I didn't skip one. Oh shit. I need to do that. Let me do that for this one. I don't think it's gonna be enough. I don't think we're gonna make it. Yeah, we're not gonna make it. Oh yeah. I'll have to skip more in the next one. Hold. Ah, it didn't hold! Look! Oh my god. I'm gonna have to fix that. Please hold. I'm glad I tested it. There we go. Okay. And the other stuff I've been doing, I took a week off, but I was doing a ton of sewing. Which if you were at the last stream, you might have probably heard about it, but I gave up trying to do the backpack for the wheelchair because it's just going to be way too complicated. I need more experience. How did I fuck this up? Hold on a second. Does that work? There we go. Okay, I fixed it. I know, right? Alright. I'm glad I brought the scissors then. Okay. We're back. We're back. Yep. Get your ass in there. There we go. What was I saying? Oh, sewing. Because I made like the specifications, like I drew it all out for what I wanted. I just think it's too above my pay grade. Like, I have no idea how to do some of that stuff. So instead, I was like, what if I do other things in the meantime? So I want to make Christmas presents for my family. Hold on, doing mental math logistics here. I think I do. I think I'm just gonna skip to here. Please hold, I need a brain for a second. Wait, I think I can just do... Wait, I just need to go up. Dude, I fucked that so hard. I fucked it so hard. It's okay. It's okay. It'll work out. It'll be okay. We got this, team. We're good. Brain is puffed. And very much so. I'm still apparently not awake, and it's 12:30. Oh man. Okay. But it's gonna look better than what it did, and that's what matters. And then we're gonna block it, and it's gonna look even better. Okay? Even better than it did before. So yeah, I have plans for all of the Christmas presents. For pretty much everybody. I need to figure out a backup for my mom though, in case that one doesn't work out. But that was the plan for this week, was to start that, and also to repair a lot of my clothes. Because apparently I went through my closet this past week, and I was watching this YouTuber. I just found her channel. I forget the name of it off the top of my head. Shelby something. We'll fix it in post. Exactly. And she does a lot of sustainability, environmentally friendly, like how she lives her life, but in like a best she can sort of way, by, you know, not supporting where she can, supporting where she can, that sort of stuff for companies and various things. Tries to limit her plastic, tries to recycle, all that stuff. And so she put out, I've just been randomly binge watching all of her videos. And some of her videos were her going through her clothes in her closet and learning how to sew. And I was like, you know, I haven't really gone through my closet. Like, I've packed my clothes to move here, but I never really like looked at my clothes, you know? Especially my my pants, because I just have not at all been wearing pants. I've just been wearing my shorts. That sounded bad out of context. I've been wearing shorts, just not pants, because, you know, I lived in Florida, so I didn't really have opportunities to wear my pants. And oh my god, I'm like sweating. I'm like dying here. This is so hot. This cardigan. But yeah, so this gave me an opportunity to go through all of my clothes and, like, one by one, kind of look at what I have. Do I want to keep it? Do I want to do something with it? And quite a few of them, like, oh, there's a hole here, or oh, there's like a button missing here, or like stuff I didn't realize were issues with my clothes. So now I have like a massive pile of clothes to fix that was previously only like 3 things, and now is a giant pile in my closet. Oh, this is way too low. There we go. Now is a giant pile in my closet. There's shorts. There's 2 pairs of shorts. There's 1 pants, 1 skirt, 1 jacket. There's the capris I'm wearing, actually. It doesn't have a button. I found this out when I put it on, because I was like, oh, what would go with this shirt that I'm wearing? Like, oh, maybe these capris, let's try that. And like, they're just like black capris, you know, nothing special. But yeah, they're missing a button. So I go in and like zip up, and then I'm like, what's up? Something's wrong here. I look down, there's no button. So I need to add a button, which I'm kind of excited, because I have a sewing machine now and it has a button foot. So I get to learn how to use the button foot, so I don't have to sew a button. And I'm very excited about that, because I hate hand sewing. As much as like everyone who does crochet is like, oh, I hate sewing in all this stuff. I hate sewing with crochet. Like, I don't mind sewing with crochet for some reason, but I do mind hand sewing, like fabric. I don't know why. But yeah, so I'm very excited to try out the button foot and have it automatically put the button on my pants. That's cool. I have winter, so you need pants, and probably yes, we Alexander's more prepared than I am in terms of winter clothing, so we had to do some shopping. And I did get just like a long sleeve and long, they're both like you could wear just like out as is, or you could wear them, they're like warm enough, like they're meant to also be like underneath stuff. No, there's a buttonhole button foot. Wait, there's a buttonhole foot, and then there's a button foot, and those are 2 different feet. And I'm pretty sure I have. Hold on. I got my stuff right here, actually, because I was going to be doing sewing this week. So I have... I'm pretty sure I have the button one. I'm going to be so sad now if I don't have the button one. But I watched a video of this chick, like, ranking feet on YouTube. And she just bought, like, 40 feet for, like, 20 bucks or something. I think it's this one. I think this one is the button that does the button part, because then there's the button, hold on, this one is the buttonhole maker, and then there's another one that just does the button. And this is so, look at this, but like, what the fuck is this? There's so many things and parts, and it moves, and it's like, what am I looking at? This looks like a COVID test, or like a needle poker, or like some diabolical doctor thing. I don't like it. But my machine came with a couple different feet, actually. I'm pretty sure that one's the button one. I'll have to look it up again. I don't know. And you go search on YouTube. So yeah, I watched her do it. It was kind of nuts. But you have to be like really careful using it, because you can break your needle if you do it wrong. You have to set it up perfectly, which is why she was like, oh, I would never use this. I would just hand sew it. And I'm like, girl, it is worth it for me to spend the extra 10 minutes trying to make sure that the button is lined up perfectly than to spend the 5 minutes it would take to put the button on myself. Like, I'm sorry. I'm not hand sewing. But yes, I needed to do, that's also on my to-do list. And then one of them, I want to try applique. I think that's how you pronounce it, right? Applique? Because one of my jackets, I'm so sad. I really like the jacket. I wore it a lot. It's like this, here, I'll go grab it. It's this nice light red jacket. Oh, I have 2 skirts in here. Oh, that's a shirt. Ah. Oh, I have another skirt. Oh my gosh. All these things that I forgot. Like, the clothes pile is massive of things to fix. Anyway, so I have this jacket. Really love it. Nice jacket. Go this way. And I actually have it in 3 colors because I like it. Don't wear things with buttons. Exactly. So I have it in white, black, and this red. Dude, it is. Look at that red showing up on. Ah, look at that. Oh, that's so cool. It's like a red filter. Oh, that's awesome. But it's really light, really airy, really comfortable. Do you see it though? It's got this hole in it. When did this happen? I'm so sad. And it's right in the collar. So I was thinking, it's not really in a spot that you can fix. Exactly. I've looked up a bunch of sewing tutorials of like simple mending jobs. You could put a patch there, but it would be like really obvious. So if I'm gonna make an obvious fix on something, then why don't I just make it look nice, like on purpose? So I was thinking like, oh, what if I cut out like a little heart or something, and I covered the hole with that, and I thought that would potentially be cute. So this one might be one of the later ones that I do, because I need to think about that. All right, let's see if I can make it onto the shelf. No. Almost. Kind of. But yeah, so I have so many clothes back there that I would like to fix and save. What else was there? That was the main thing of just like, so I'm basically going to be practicing with making projects for my family to learn how to sew. Or place all, yes, I could definitely do that. What did I do recently with Velcro? Oh, for my wheelchair, right. I made, did you all see that one? When did I do, I still don't remember now, when I did all these projects. I think since I talked about it, I showed y'all the back. Did I show y'all that I did the quilting? Hold on, I'll just take it all off and show y'all again. So I don't remember if I showed you, but I did the quilting finally. And I think it looks way better quilted. You might be able to see it easier on this side. So I only did vertical quilting, and I think that just looks, it looks so much neater and more professional once you add the quilting to it. So there's that. And it's reversible, which makes it fun. Oh yeah. And then I had the Velcro that I did on the pocket, the side pocket. So this was the pocket. So right now it's one big pocket, but eventually I want to make it two, but I just don't know where to do it. So I'd either do it here, I would do it here, so I'd have one big pocket on one side and one little pocket on the other side. But I don't know which side yet, but this was the Velcro. So I did Velcro, and each little thing I like learned something, so it was really cool. I felt like I did a nice job. Like I quilted this too, and then like, you know, I feel like, yeah, I screwed up this side a little bit right there. Don't worry about it though. So there was that part, and then I also did the pillow. So let me show y'all the pillow. I have a customizing reveal chart too. Nice. It's so much fun. It's very addicting. Okay, so here's the pillow. I think this one honestly is my favorite. I think I like this more than the pocket, which is crazy because I like really love the pocket. But this has a zipper and mostly sticking rainbows. I've been doing pink. I bought the electric tape, I think it's called, right? It's normally black, but they come in different colors, and I did not know this. I thought it was just like black, white, you know, but then they have fun colors, and they had pink, so I bought pink, and it a little goes like a long way. So, but yeah, so here's the pillow, and has a zipper, so you can like add more stuffing, or like change up the stuffing or whatever. Just get in there, and then I have the pillowcase, and it like if you look close, like there's obviously like little bits hanging out. I don't know, obviously it's on stream, but like it's clearly like if you look at it, like it's not done professionally. But like if you look at it from afar, it's a pillow, and I think that's so cool. So then I have the pillowcase, and I purposely did the wrap kind because I didn't want to do another zipper, and I thought the wrap kind would be fun. Hold on, which way do I want to go? So put this on. And then I just wanted something to wash the pillow. So then the pillow will just go on the seat. Oh yeah, shove it in there. It fits, you just kind of gotta finagle it. There we go. So this is one side. All these, so right this way. So you can see all the little pink hearts. And this is the other side. Cute. It's very soft. All 100% cotton. And actually I got it from the Dollar Tree, and it's the same. It's like all 100% cotton, but for some reason they're new. Like the fall one that I showed first, and this, both from the Dollar Tree, but for some reason this is like really soft and like a little bit thicker. I don't know. That's just what they had, so I just went with it. But yeah, so I've been also decorating my chair, but then I stopped just to take a break because I was like, okay, this is a lot of stuff at once. And then I also bought actually, where did I put that? Because I thought I had it in the pocket. I bought from the spokes. I found on Etsy there's somebody who makes decorations for bike spokes, but you can fit them on wheelchairs too. I had a feeling they weren't going to fit mine because I don't have your typical metal spokes. They did not fit, unfortunately. So I'm probably going to figure out how to attach them. I've been trying a few different methods and none of them have worked. So I might need to try like super glue. I was hoping to have like a more temporary method of attaching them, just in case. But yeah, so we're gonna probably have to whip out the super glue. But it's plastic on plastic. And I thought I learned somewhere that that doesn't work with super glue. Like super glue doesn't really handle plastic and plastic that well. I don't know. So we're gonna try that. I keep adjusting the camera just because it keeps looking wrong. Anyway. So that has been my projects. But I'm excited about fixing the clothes because a lot of those have been needing repairs for years. And I kept holding out. I was like, oh, I'll take them to a tailor. And then I never did. And it's like, now I'm the tailor. Ooh. So unfortunately, I know for 100% certain one of them has to be hand sewn fixed. One of them is a shirt that has built-in like pads, and the pads got all messed up in the wash, and you can't get in. They didn't have an opening for them, and I'm like, bruh, why would you have pads if you can't get into them. So I need to cut that, cut a hole, and then like reinforce the hole so it won't tear, and then take out the pads, make sure that they're still in like decent condition, and then just straighten them up and shove them back in. So dumb, but it's a pretty shirt and I still want to wear it. So anyway, oh, and then also while I was digging through my stuff, I found a prom dress that I thought I had got rid of, and it is actually perfect timing for Halloween because it is very witchy vibes. I actually have it right here under my pile of fabric. Let me see if I can make room for it. Hold on. I've already started picking out fabric for all the gifts. Like the little nephew who broke his arm or his wrist. I was gonna make a pencil case out of this. I went to a creative reuse store and got a bunch of fabric. And when I was gonna start tomorrow was for the baby. I have these fabrics, a striped one from the creative reuse store. I almost didn't buy this too. I almost didn't get it, and I was like, maybe. It was you could get a bag for $5 and just like shove however much you can fit into the bag, and you would just have to pay $5. So that's what I did. Anyway, so these colors, and I was gonna make a little sailboat. I found a pattern online for an easy baby safe toy. So I'm gonna make her a little sailboat. Because her parents enjoy sailboating, and I thought it would be cute. All right, here's the dress. Doo-doo. Isn't that like so Halloween-y? And it's long. It goes all the way down. And then that's the bodice. Right here. So I want to do stock photos of me wearing that. Probably like this, and like some with me holding a skull, and because I need to find things to use that skull for, because that's what I bought it for, stock photos. And if anybody else has any ideas for what I can do, let me know. Because I don't really have any ideas. But yeah, I thought it'd be fun to have a little Halloween stock pack. So that was good timing to find that dress. And then some of I have like all of my dresses still from all of the bridesmaids things that I went to. It was my eldest brother's wedding, my other brother's wedding, and my cousin's wedding. I was a bridesmaid in all of them, and for all three I have their dresses. One of them especially is like, oh my god, that is a bridesmaid's dress. Like, you wore that dress to a wedding. Like, that's what it looked like, and it's just, it doesn't look good. And I didn't like it at the time, but that was the dress that we had to wear, and it was the color that we had to pick, and it's just, it's not flattering. It doesn't look good. And anyway, so I'm gonna donate that one for sure. Yeah, I didn't really want to tear it up for fabric, just because, like, how often do people donate like really nice dresses? I'd rather just donate it. And then the two other bridesmaids dresses, one of them I still really like, and still looks like, it looks like a gown. Like, you could go to an event wearing it. Like, I think it passes. But the other one, it's a little tight. But I am determined to make it work because it has pockets. And that was the one I wore to my middle brother's wedding. And actually, I was the only person there with pockets in their dress. We all got to pick out our own dress, but the exception was, like, it had to be this specific color. And so I found this dress, and it came in her color. And I texted her, I was like, yo, can I get this dress? And oh, and we couldn't have like duplicate dresses. And so each dress had to be different. It just had to be in this color. So I was the only one who found that dress. And it had pockets. And I was like, let's go. So I'm determined still. I'm not ready to let that one go. It was really cool to be at the wedding and like have my phone on me. I was like, oh, I have the power. But yeah, I have them all counted up, except for this cardigan and then another. It was supposed to be a bolero. Hold on, let me go grab it. It's another work in progress crochet project. I was trying to make a bolero, but it didn't work out. I couldn't get it to where the armpit was comfortable and like not just choking the life out of me. So once I made it a length that I could comfortably wear, it was too long to be a bolero, but it's too short to...
Where's the rest of the shirt?
I was waiting for her to say it. Yeah, see, that's why I said it's a work in progress. So if you don't know, a bolero, which I'm not like super into the style, I just wanted to try it. It's supposed to be where it cuts off like here. So you're basically just wearing sleeves that are connected. You're just kind of like wearing one long tube is the idea, I guess. But it looks cool when you like layer it. I know, I don't know why it was so hard. Like I tried so many different things and I couldn't get it. So finally I made it fit, and so it's too long to be a bolero, but it's too short to be a crop top, and it cuts off at the worst spot. At just the most obvious inconvenient spot, if you know what I mean. So I do need to add some length to it to make it a crop instead. And this is also very warm. So I still can't even wear it. It's been too hot. It's been hot here. Also, hi Donnie. Welcome to the stream. How are you? Some people would prefer that, I know. I do not though. I'm gonna have to put my hair up. But I'll show you what we're working on, Donnie. I am crocheting today. Trying to finish up this Halloween cardigan I started last year. Because I screwed up the sleeves. So I'm trying to redo the sleeves. So here we go. It looks poopy, but it will look better later, I promise. It will at least look improved compared to the state that it's in right now. And then here's the back. So it is very hot though, so I don't want to put it on because I'm sweating right now. Just working on it, I'm sweating. Thank you. So I'm hoping to have it done for this Halloween. And yeah, so that's the project. We're fixing the sleeves. So I have a giant pile where I frogged everything, and frogging just means like you undo it. So we're working on projects we've been avoiding. Is the theme for today. And yeah, so I have all these projects. So I'll fix all of those clothes, finish the crop, finish the cardigan, do all the Christmas presents. Did I show you guys my pumpkin? I made a pumpkin. I stabbed myself really hard. I bled making this pumpkin, okay? Here's this pumpkin. It's a fabric pumpkin. I've made pumpkins with crochet before, but I've not done fabric. So, this is a real cinnamon for the stem. And then a little leaf. This leaf was so hard. I freehanded it, and like, I tried to add top stitching, or just stitching. I don't think it's very visible, just to kind of emphasize the leaf and flatten it. But yeah, so pumpkin. So I did that, and then I also made this little crochet candy corn. This was from a tutorial, and they had like this sort of Frankenstein's monster version. I added the blush. They didn't put blush in their version, and it's like you have to have blush. So part of the reason why I want to finish this cardigan is because I want to make little candy corns for my nibblings, and I need the yellow and the orange. Or at least the orange. I have a different yellow I can use, but I need the orange, and I don't know how much orange I'm gonna need. So I just wanted to finish the cardigan so then I can feel free to make as many candy corn as I wanted. That was the goal. Still smells. I wonder how long it's gonna smell. The orange, yes. So those are the plans. Oh my god, am I doing this right again? This cardigan is gonna be what it's gonna be. Is basically what it's coming down to. We're fixing the sleeves, but I'm not gonna fix them again. You get one time only. Yeah, I think it'll be okay. But yeah, what are y'all doing? I feel like I just blabbed the whole time, but there's been so many things that have been happening. So is anybody working on anything? Any projects? Anything coming up for October, which is in a week, which is nuts. I am just not prepared. This has been going so fast. I feel like September just like didn't happen. I'm like, I'm not ready. I'm not ready for October. Maybe when I finish the cardigan, I'll be ready. You may shower today. That's exciting. I showered this morning. I'm probably gonna need to shower again. I'm sweating like a fucking dog here. But showers are always nice. Yes. Actually, I could just work out after this and then shower again. I haven't worked out in like 2 weeks. Like 2 weeks or so. I was doing so good. I was exercising every day. I was doing my ring fit. It was like, oh my god, you're still here? You want to exercise? I'm like, girl, yes, I missed you. But then I stopped. And like, once you stop, that just... it ruins it. It ruins it. You worked out today? Or I was going to have lunch? No, you just reminded me I have work today. Oh. I have to finish. Oh my god, Donnie missed that entire conversation. Oh my god. I got new translation work. You have to figure that out for... yeah. Oh, that's true. I got a new translation job assignment. And I'm officially a real translator now. With what they assigned me. I feel like you could guess. I feel like you could guess what it is. I'm gonna have to say it's not my favorite. I wouldn't enjoy doing more of it, but I understand that that's where the money is. Just translating English to a woo. It's porn, Donnie. I'm translating porn. And it is very detailed. I knew you would like that. It's not a furry porn. That would be... I'm assuming that has to like exist as like Japanese comics making furry porn. I don't usually see it though. Who does voiceovers for... oh my god. Okay, but that might be fun though. I feel like doing voices would be much more fun. I have to like sit there and there's just a sound effect for everything. Oh my god, this author put... for important. Yeah, it'll get there. This author put like half of the... not even half, like more than half of just one panel is like sound effects. He's got the voice for it. Well listen, you only get like one or the other. You get like the super high voices or you get the super low, and I don't think they need like anything else. Oh my god. But I was telling I was mentioning earlier how the app that we use to send our translations, do our translation work and everything, it has the lowest zoom you can do is 25. So the most zoomed out you can do is 25%. And the first comic I was assigned, like they gave me a, like it's like high res, but it's not like high res. So when you zoomed in, things were still like pixelated. But for this one, for some reason, they gave me like the utmost high res that I've like ever seen for art. And like this is just an unnecessary amount of zoom power that I have. I don't need that. The 25% zoomed out is not enough. I'm like uncomfortably close. So it's like, I appreciate the times where like I might need to zoom in to read something, but like I otherwise would prefer to like have some distance, please. I don't need to be like right there. And I was also mentioning how it's funny, like, because Alexander knows that I'm doing it, but it's still funny when he like comes in the room and it's just like there on screen, just like massive. Did this one break too? No. Okay, we're good. We're good. It switched earlier though. Look at that. Oh man. At least it's at the armpit though, so it won't be as noticeable. But like, good lord, man. So that's due today. I need to finish that tonight. By tonight. But I've had to learn a lot of new things. Wait, did I fuck this up again? I don't know what I'm doing. I think I just need to do that, and then it's fine. I think it's fine. Okay. We're switching to black now. But like, when they reached out to me, I haven't had work from them in months. And I was like, this makes my resume like look pretty bad. So when they're like, oh hey, do you want to do this job? And I saw what it was. And I was like, well, my resume is looking pretty empty. So sure. So here we go. Yes, exactly. He was okay. He was actually very nice because he programmed me a thing to help me with work. I'm gonna put my hair up. I'm like dying. But like because they gave me the Excel spreadsheet of all the sound effects that they had, but this author, of course, managed to find new and creative ways to do sound effects. So I had to do some research and stuff to figure out what exactly I should translate those to. But then you have to like keep repetitively checking. And it's like, oh shit, I forgot what this one was. I need to look up again. And it was just annoying going back and forth in the spreadsheet. So Alexander coded me a thing to make it easier to find like all the sound effects and get the English translations just like with one click kind of thing. Unfortunately, by the time you finished it, I finished like that section of the translation. So now I'm like just doing the extras at the end. And so I don't need it now, but it would be funny for the future though to use it then. So he was being all supportive. Man, I thought I would be much farther with this sleeve by now. But we did one row of the yellow, I think, right? And then we did the 2 orange, and then the brown, which became black. But yeah. Yeah, so today's gonna be a busy day for me. I like how when I mentioned to one of my friends that I'm what I'm translating, she was like, oh, is it at least any good? I'm like, not it's not really for me, but you know. There was one panel that was just like mega gross though. I can't describe it. I'm gonna get like banned from Twitch if I describe it. Oh man. The horrors, the things that I have seen. But I'm excited to be done and then get to work on personal projects again. Like it's interesting. I learn things, you know. Are they things I want to learn? Are they things I need to be learning? Maybe not, but they exercise the brain, so you know. Keep away the Alzheimer's. I think it's great. I feel like that would be your dream job. Well, you go do that then. I just wish I got paid more for it. I did ask for more money for this one just because, like, I knew they were gonna pay like garbage, but the last couple pages are just nothing but just solid text. And I was like, dude, I can't have the same page rate for, you know. And they were nice. They were actually like, oh yeah, I'll talk to my manager about it. I'm like, oh, I didn't actually expect you to say that. Okay. I was paid a higher rate for the last books that I did with all text. So. Oh my god, that showed up so huge. Johnny has enough problems in the language he does speak. That's true. Almost there. Kind of. Okay. Almost there. Sort of. It's been a while for me too, honestly. I don't even know like any of the news stuff. I just started streaming again and I didn't even look at anything. So I have no idea what's happening. What's going on with all this stuff. I need to remember to drop a stitch. To skip a stitch. I'll do that here. In big and emotes, yes. Oop, god damn it. I hope that spot doesn't break. It's looking... I should have cold tested it. I wonder if I can skip more stitches here and if anyone will know. Because it's black, it's a little bit harder to see. I'll skip the next one. I am so looking forward to the cooler weather. I am just over this heat. I came from Florida, you know, like I am ready for not heat. Like, what is this BS happening right here? I didn't come here for this. It was like 100 last week or something. It was nuts. I'm like, this is Florida weather. What's happening? Alright, I think this sleeve is looking much better already than it was before, which is good. But everyone I talked to was like, oh, don't worry, you're gonna get snow, it's gonna be cold. And I'm like, it better, because like, so far, I'm very disappointed in y'all. So far, the only reputation that you've lived up to is the corn. An unnecessary, egregious amount of corn. Like, this is just too much corn. I still can't get over it. I'm still like shell-shocked from it. She missed it? What happened? Oh, it doesn't show up on the one chat I'm looking at. Oh my god, wait, hold on. There's like so many things. Wait. Okay, you got I didn't, hold on, I gotta get you your cookie. I didn't even see, okay, my bad. The thing, didn't show up on my chat. Wait, let me go get your cookie. Okay. Wait, there's your cookie. And what did I get? Posture check. My posture's not too bad. I feel like I'm leaning forward. And I have a workout. On-screen celebration. What's that? I missed it. Does that show up on OBS or do I have to have stream playing? I don't know how that works. Oh, okay. I did it now. I loaded it on Twitch. Does that show up on OBS? Oh, it doesn't show up on OBS. Okay, so I have to have. Oh. Okay, I see. That sucks that I then have to have Twitch playing. I like having OBS open instead. Okay, so hold on. I owe a workout. Just one. Okay, there. See, I'm caught up. I'm good. You're making a workout? I'm like dying already. So I was a bit confused. Yes, you hit me with confusion and it was very effective. Alright, here we go. Workout. Oh, it's right in the world. Yes. 3, 4, 5. There you go. There were a little bit of cracks. You're welcome. I don't know if you heard them. Hiya. Also, drink water because it's been over an hour, and I'm dying. Oh, the beats! That shows up on OBS. I can see that. Thank you. I wonder if there's a way to make it so the celebration thing can show up on OBS. Because I probably would see that out of the corner of my eye. Thank you for the bits! I'm sorry she doesn't talk anymore. That's so dumb. I missed the Corgo one, Corgo one, Corgo one, Corgo one. Yes, we need more dogs. With your cutie patootie. Oh, god damn it. I saw some of your pictures. So cute. New little baby. Dude, my mom's dog was so sad when I moved out. I felt so bad. Because my parents went on a trip right after I left. And when they came back, my mom told me that she ran to my room and saw I wasn't there, and she said she was so sad. I'm like, my heart. The poor thing. She's gonna die if I visit again. Oh my god. That was Myrtle, the half Burmese mountain dog, half poodle, and she's the chocolate color one. The rare one that for some reason you can only ever get one chocolate per litter, and she was the one. Aww. He's a tear and a pain in the butt. Man, I would love to have a pug, but I can't get myself to do it. I can't. I know that they have breathing problems, and that would just hurt me every time I see them. So I'm like, I can't do it. And then I was like, oh, but what about a chihuahua? And like, my dad was so mad at me when I said chihuahua. Because he hates little dogs. He thinks they're so yip-yappy and like annoying. And I'm like, okay, but I would train mine to not be so annoying. And even if he was annoying, listen, okay? Let him be. He's just doing his thing. But then I found out there is a dog breed called a Chug, which is a mix between a Chihuahua and a pug. And I'm like having this conversation with my dad. We're out at a restaurant, and it's an outside seated restaurant. And so we're sitting outside, and it's on like I guess a bar, like an edge thing. And then there's tables on the other side. So we're sitting like up, and then there's like a lady who just sat down right after we're having this conversation. And she had a Chug. And I was like, oh my god. It was a brand new puppy too. It was like too new, so we couldn't like touch it or anything. But oh, it was so small. And it was so cute. Still less annoying in a child, yes. True. It's like a baby that bites, but it bites like adorably. Okay? Let's be real. But right now is not a good time for a dog. But oh, I forgot to keep. I keep forgetting to skip. I'm gonna frog a little bit and skip, so I have more yarn. But oh, one of my mom's neighbors, like a couple streets over, they have a pug, and every time I would see the pug, if I'm like walking by, there's a gate. They have the garage door open always, and there's a gate blocking, and the pug would come out and go bark, 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 run up to the gate, and then I would turn and I would look at him. I'd be like, "Sup?" And then he'd be like, "That's right," and he would turn around and leave. So it's like if you acknowledge him, he'd be like, "Okay, we're good," and then he would like turn around and leave. It was so cute. So every time I walked by, he would come out, do the same thing, bark, 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 bark. Sees we acknowledge each other, and he's like, "Okay, acceptable. You may go." I felt so honored. So now every time that my mom goes by and she sees the pug, she tells me about him. I saw the pug. Oh, I imagine huskies would be pretty difficult to deal with as puppies. Even as like adults, I feel like huskies have such like an attitude. And by attitude, I don't just mean like, ugh. I mean like they're so emotional. It was not in the plan at all. Aww. Sometimes it just happens, you know? She would teeth on my wrists and ankles. That's cute though. Cute. We have some dogs around this apartment too, so sometimes I get to sneak looks. One of the people here has like a massive dog. I'm like, geez, how'd you get that approved? I mean, it's like cute, but it's like, damn. My friend who adopts it. Sometimes they are though, you know? And like sometimes people can be real dumb. Oh man, if I don't make this is gonna be noticeable. I'm gonna have to skip quite a few. I don't think I'm gonna make. Oh, I'm not gonna make it. Oh, the white with the black. Hold on, full test. Nope, it broke. It snapped. God, I knew that was gonna happen. I knew that was gonna happen. This kind of tells me that this style of knotting that everybody does is just not the best. I know some people have done, that's with chenille though, the burn one, the burn method, I just heard about that. And it's supposed to hold a little bit better, but I've never done it. But I also don't really use chenille. Hold on, I'm trying to salvage as much black as I can for this knot. Get yellow, you need to get out of my way. Alright, that's probably the best I'm gonna get there. Okay. Yellow knot time. Come on. There we go. Bruh, don't you do this to me. Come on. Come on. There we go. There we go. Okay, good lord. This black yarn. And now it's all tangled with the yellow. There, this one was such a pain. What in the world? I've never had that happen before. Okay. We good. We continue. Now we're definitely not gonna make it. I had to cut more. Ripperdoodles. See how many I can skip. If we can make it. Come on, Bessie. we might be able to make it if I just keep skipping. Nope, we didn't make it. I tried. We were so close. Oh well, at least it's in the armpit. I wonder if I should just do that. I hope I'm doing this right. Hold on. I feel like I should be counting. I feel like a smart crocheter would be counting. We're gonna count. We're gonna pause to count. All right. So that is here. We'll go with the last. Well, I can't actually see my stitches. I'll go with the brown row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Magic number is 17. For black, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh god, I can't see black. I'm so old. My eyes just don't work anymore. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. How did this happen? Alright, we have to add. We have to add one more. I don't want to do this. I guess I could go right here. I'm very glad this is like a cardigan for me, because otherwise it's like I don't know what I'm doing. Alright, cool. We're back to yellow. We did it, Reddit. We have circled back around. 2, 3. And we have to remember to skip to try and salvage what we can for the yellow. I really thought we would have at least one sleeve done by the end of the stream. I don't think that's going to happen at the rate this is going. But hopefully I can finish it this week and then I can show y'all the end result. I don't think I'll be able to do the faces this week on the pumpkins. That's like a distant goal. If I don't get to that this year, you know, that's fine. I just want to get the base of it done. And blocked. Ideally. I kind of miss crochet though. I've done so much sewing lately. I haven't done any crochet. Making sure I'm getting this somewhat looking okay. But I don't think I have any plans for next month aside from just getting this cardigan done so I'll have something to wear. But yeah, I don't think I would like to find a corn maze. I feel like we have to have corn mazes here with how much corn there is everywhere, and I would super like to do one. But other than that, I don't have like any specific plans. The apartment that we're in is nothing but college kids, So I don't think there's gonna be any trick-or-treaters. Or ripperdoodles. The one year that I had one kid, and I probably scared the shit out of him because I was so excited. And I'm like, that's it, that's the only trick-or-treater I'll ever have. But I was thinking of making a bunch of like these kind of candy corns. Not this intricate, this took so long to do all the extra details for the like the scars and stuff. But just like regular candy corn, and then just have those out and then see if anybody would want them. And just be like, you know, oh, you know, take one please. That is adorable, thank you. It is not my pattern, I found it on Etsy. It was, they had a simple candy corn pattern, but I bought it because I really like the Frankenstein's monster version that they did. And so I wanted to buy them to support them. And it was a really well done pattern. And I liked that they had some inspiration for different colors. And if you looked at like the reviews of other people's pictures, like that also gave like other ideas too. So I thought that was cool. But yeah, I can link to the pattern. Let's see. Purchases. Who's the designer? It is Blue Rabbit Toys. They have a bunch of cute stuff actually. I didn't actually go to their store, I just wanted a candy corn pattern. And then I found their pattern and it was so cute. But actually looking at their store, they got a bunch of cute stuff. So here's their link. I'm just scrolling through their store now. Now I'm just shopping. Don't mind me. But they have like these little voodoo bunnies. They look so cute. And they have pocket monsters. Just saying. Just saying. Alright, go back up to it. Alright. Skip a stitch there. We won't here. But I thought that would be a cute idea. Like, I don't expect anyone to like knock on the door, so I was gonna put out like a bowl and try to do as many as I can. Just normal like color candy corn and maybe like some fun colored ones. I did have plans to make some fun colored ones for my older nephews. Pocket monster, yes. I was gonna make a pink one for my eldest nephew, a blue one for the second youngest nephew, the one who got his brain smashed in. Oh, that's so confused me because there's yellow right there. There's my start spot. Okay. And then for the youngest ones, I was just gonna do like normal colored candy corn. Yeah, they have a bunch of cute stuff actually. Shit, it's like really hard to see the stitches here. I was following this one crochet person on YouTube and they had a video where they're like, I don't know why people saying crocheting with black yarn is so hard and then they can't see it. Like, I could see it just fine. And I'm like, girl, you're like 20 years old. Like, alright. Enjoy it while it lasts. I don't mind crocheting with black yarn. I just have to be like, you know? Oh shit, wait, hold on. Make sure I do this right. Go here. Here we go. That's how you know you're old. You can't see with black yarn. I guess I'll skip there because that's the other one. Yeah, that works. Okay. Because I went to an event a couple weeks ago. I think I mentioned it on stream. I shared a bunch of stuff that had free art supplies. And let me get this move out of the way wheelchair. And I found, oh wait, it's over here. This pink, which I thought was cute. So then I have, oh, I feel like digging it out, but there's a pink there. That one, that really light pink. And then there's like right about there. It's kind of like a magenta color, but it was like the contrast was so stark. I was like, I just don't think it would look right. But then when I went to this event that was like giving away free art supplies, I found this, and I think this is a better, darker pink. Oh, just kidding. Wait. No, I bought this from the used art supply store. Just kidding. I looked for a pink there, I couldn't find it. But then I went to the used art supply store, and then they had this. And so I got this. And that's what I'll make my eldest nephew's candy corn out of. And I think he would like that because his favorite color is pink. And then the other one, his favorite color is anything not girly. He's going through a phase. Oh, small cute frog, welcome to the stream. How are you? Happy Sunday. We're just chatting and crocheting. But yeah, he's very much a blue, green, gray, black. Any color that's not pink or purple, pretty much. Because those are girly colors and ew. So I was gonna make him a blue one. So he doesn't have to have the pink one. And then I was gonna mail it to them so they could be excited and have mail. Oh no. Paperwork. Good luck. Good luck, good luck. I had to do some of that recently and I'm gonna have to do some of that more soon. I've been avoiding it. I've been hardcore procrastinating. So I feel you. But yeah, it's so funny though because like all of those things have been happening. So my mom keeps like mailing out gifts. So like my dad was actually the one who mailed out my sister-in-law. I was surprised. Because he doesn't really like her that much. But he mailed out a gift after her accident. And then my mom heard about the 3-year-old, and so she mailed him a teddy bear with like a cast on its arm, and I thought that was cute. And then apparently they make them with I forget what she said, but it was like with the head for the other nephew, the 7-year-old one who hit his head. She mailed him one that had like a head injury. I'm like, do they just have like teddy bears with every injury? Like, I couldn't believe they had one for that. So they're both getting like teddy bear things now with their respective injuries. I thought that was funny. Anyway, I need to finish their candy corns this week ideally because I want to mail it to them so they have it in time for October 1st. So I'll have to make 4 candy corns this week. So that's a big motivation of trying to finish this cardigan. So I have the orange, so I can make the candy corns. So that's the plans. I should really be writing these things down. My brain cannot store this much information in my head. I wrote down my to-do list for today. Oh, I have to do laundry today. I don't wanna. Oh man. But yeah, that was on my to-do. I need to finish my work, do laundry. What else was it? I don't know. I don't remember where my to-do list went. It's somewhere under all of this yarn. Somewhere very deep in there. Hatred for the new Patreon. Oh, what's going on here? I don't really use Patreon anymore, so I'm behind the times. I'm behind the gossip. And this is just me in general, because I know their app is bad. I've tried using their app before, and it was just horrible. Oop! Oh, don't do this to me. Don't drop. Don't. Oh, we got it. We got it. We're good. I'm getting all tangled now. It's like post except your... Oh, it's like a post except your homepage is filled with feeds of creators you don't follow? What? Oh no, they went the Facebook Twitter route with the discovery feed. Looks like you're making a giant knot. I don't understand crochet. It's fine. I don't really get what's going on either. We're just twisting things around. And this one is probably not the best example because this is a bunch of separate pieces, but like here, where'd my other one go? Here's my other work in progress. This is, which one is it? It should be, hold on, it came off the hanger now. God damn it. Get your ass back on there. Okay, so this side and down here.
Sam,
Yes.
do we still have that little vice?
The what?
The little vice, the little blue one that would like squeeze it.
The squeezy thing.
A vice. Do you not fucking know what vice is?
No.
Jesus goddamn Christ. Thing, like, it's like a clamp. Like spin, like has two fucking bars.
Oh, is that the thing that wait, is that the thing I donated?
Okay, so we don't have any more. Cool.
Oh, after all that? Oh my god. We had this thing for like a million years, and then eventually he was like, when we were going to the art store, I was looking for things to donate, and I was like, well, we've never used this since we've gotten it, and then now he just now asked me to if we have it anymore. No, we donated it literally the other day. Anyway, so this is all one piece right here. So if you were to undo this, it would all come apart because it's all connected. This part is also all one piece, but it's all one piece on its own. I attached it to this side. So that's the interesting thing with crochet, is that it's like all worked together. And then you can sew things together. So like for this, all the pumpkins with the black outline, those are all their own individual pieces. And then the yellow lines that you see are me sewing them together into one piece. So if you were to take apart one pumpkin here, it would take apart the entire pumpkin and everything, but the rest of this wouldn't fall apart. But I don't know if that helped you at all with any. I don't think that this was a necessary or helpful description. But it's all, I meant to say it's like all connected. So it's similar with knitting, where if you have a drop stitch in knitting, that's bad because then the entire thing could fall apart. Because it need, like, everything needs to be connected or chaos. Okay, anyway. But we're just twisting the yarn around until it like loops in on itself. Jill Barra. I have no idea who that is. But that's not cool that they're a church. Alright, what was I doing? We are not skipping the next one. So when I say I'm skipping stitches, that just means I'm using less yarn, because for a granny stitch, you do 3 stitches, and for some of them I'm doing 2, so I can save yarn, so when I color switch it hopefully happens closer. But honestly, like, you can't really tell too bad. And you can tell definitely with the yellow. Like, that yellow is definitely in a different row. But like, I think where is it? This way. They're there. The brown and the orange, like, you can't really tell. So, a sword YouTuber. Do I want to know? I'm assuming it's just like somebody who's into swords. Is it like a cosplay or like a sword thing? Like, they really like swords. Yeah, okay. Oh, that's too bad. I mean, oh, okay. Well, sounds cool otherwise. Because it's too bad. On that section we get weird. Yeah. Where was I recently? Just like, I can't remember. There's still like the topic of Mormons came up recently, and I can't remember where it was or what it was about. I feel like there's been so much drama. I don't know if it's just like my feeds, but like YouTube keeps trying to recommend me like art drama related videos, and I'm just like, I am not here for it. I don't need this in my life. I had a phase many millennia ago. I am not anymore. Oh, interesting. Okay. Interesting. Very specific niche topic, but interesting. But I'm also super out of the loop with like art stuff. I also try and not watch videos on like AI. Like so many artists are like, oh, here's my opinion on AI, and like YouTube's recommending it to me, and it's like I don't want to hear about it. I don't like whether you're for or against it. I don't want to hear about it. Okay, I want to stay out of the conversation. The yarn is starting to stick to me. I know, I'm over it. I don't want to hear about it. That's what I'm saying. I did one interview. One of my friends asked if I would do them a favor and like be interviewed by one of their friends for their YouTube channel about AI, and I was like, okay, I'll do that. Okay, but like I don't want to do anything else. I don't even want to talk about it on my channel. Like I don't even want to break it up. And that was like the one and only time that I've talked about it. Wait, we're on the second row? Right? That's the second row of yellow? Oh my god, did I skip too many? Holy shit. Oh my god, okay, I skipped too much. I have too much yellow. Because there's the end right there. Oh god damn it, I need to go back. I did way too much. God damn it. I still appreciate you. Yeah, okay, yeah. I couldn't remember who it was. But yes, it was you. Yes. Alright. I hope that's far back enough. I don't want to have to frog much farther. But yeah, I didn't mind the interview. It was just like, that's the only one. I need like a better way to work in a circle. But at least we've caught up now. We're good. I have plenty of leftover yellow. So clearly I was able to skip enough to save enough color. But aside from my to realize it was me who asked, yeah. I have definitely times like that. Like, wait a minute, was that me? This sounds familiar. But aside from my sewing plans and everything, me talking about my plans for this week. Does anybody else got anything going on for the last bit of September? Oh, sewing and crochet, because I have to do the candy corns. I don't have to, but I would like to get them done as early as possible, so then they can have a whole month to play with them. Oh, I do have one other Christmas gift I gotta figure out. Because for my mom, I wanted to make, I've seen a bunch of these rope baskets, and she has, like made with a sewing machine where you sew the rope in like a spiral. And she has a coaster that she bought from a craft fair from somebody. And so I thought she would like a bowl. And it seems like an easy enough thing that I could probably do it. But I don't have rope. So I will have to find rope somewhere. And I would like to not have to spend a bunch of money on rope. So I'm gonna have to check out like Goodwill or something to see if they have anything. So I need a backup idea if that falls through for her, but she's probably the easiest person to gift for. So I'm not too concerned about it, because anything that I give her, she ends up crying and like being super happy about, so she's fine. My eldest brother, I need to figure out what I'm doing. I have an idea, but I need to do some research for it. And I asked my mom the other day, I'm like, what's his favorite color? And like the only thing I could think of when I picture him is blue. And just she's like, oh, I think it's blue. Okay. Just not very exciting color. for like a guy to like, no offense. But like father like son apparently. Or like son like father apparently. At least I can have fun making a pink candy corn. Somebody in the family, somebody else appreciates pink at least. Although the 3-year-old doesn't. He's also very similar, like, not into pink. He's very into blue. Like, deeply passionate about blue. The 7-year-old one just doesn't like any girly color. So he's not that into blue. It's just, you know, blue is there, so it's nice. But it could also be like a green or a gray or a black. And so, like, those are nice too. But no, the 3-year-old is like ride or die for blue. It's like, well, there, man, just chill out. It's just a color. But he takes it very seriously. He's so not. So yes, it's exactly. He's very passionately not into pink. My previous boss at my that crystal shop that I worked for, she wanted to give the nephews, my nephews, gifts. It was very kind of her to do that. I have so much yellow. Holy shit. I'm not going back again. We're just gonna keep going with yellow, apparently. Or I can do some 4s. But anyway, so she gave them some crystals, but they were purple. It was a nice gift, though. I feel like that she gave them, but they were purple, so he didn't want it. So the older nephew, the 10-year-old, he got 2 purple crystals instead, which he was excited about because at the time he didn't want to admit that pink was his favorite color, so he was going with purple. So he was excited to have 2 purple crystals. So that made his day. But the other one was like, no, I will not have purple in my vicinity. How dare you? But I do love now that the oldest one, if I ask him any question about, like, if you ask him what his favorite color is, I don't know if he would say pink, but if you ask him what color of anything that he would want, everything would be pink. So, like, he took a fishing, like, a summer camp thing, fishing for kids, and the teacher there had fishing poles for all the kids, but he had, like, different colored ones, but there was only, I think, like, 2 pink ones, and he gave them both to the girls. And you couldn't ask what for a fishing pole. Like, he would just hand you one. And he was so sad that he didn't get the pink one. And I was like, man, like, the teacher really did assume that the chicks would want the pink one, that the girls would want the pink one, and then the boys wouldn't. I felt bad for him. But yeah, I asked before, like, what color car he would want. He says pink. What color would you want to dye your hair if you dye your hair? He said pink. Like, every question is pink. Everything's pink. He is in love with pink. All his baseball equipment is pink. It's really funny. So, gonna make him a pink candy corn. But at least when I ship it to them, they will know whose is whose immediately. Like, there will be no question. No fighting. Like, my mom constantly has to give them the same gifts to each other, because otherwise they'll, like, fight or get jealous. But not in this case. All this fuzz is just going up my nose. Ah. This is what happens when you frog. It gets, like, stuff everywhere. I don't know if you can hear the squeak. It's squeaking now. You gotta be able to hear that. It's so loud. I hate when that happens. So my hands get all sweaty. It starts to squeak. At least I will be warm once this is done. So if we end up having a cold October, I will be ready for it. Oh, I know why I have so much yellow. I probably did an increase round. Oh, that's why. I get it now. That makes sense. Alright, we're almost there. I should pull test. Bruh. Okay, here's an opportunity to get rid of a bunch of yellow. How about that? I'm gonna have to retie it on anyway. So I'll go back to here. Or you know what? I'll go farther. Why not? Why not? We'll just go back to here. Hold on. Make sure I do this. Good. Put that in there so that doesn't. Okay. Look at all this extra yellow. All this. All right, let's retie. Actually, I probably could just cut there and then do something with this yellow. It's not a lot, might have to be stuffing. The fun part though with all the sewing is that I get a lot of stuffing. The plan for the pillow was to fill it with scraps, like scrap yarn and scrap fabric stuff. Turns out pillows need a lot of stuffing. So I do not have enough stuffing. So I ended up just filling it with like that polyfill stuff. And that's how I stuffed it. But because now all I have is this much stuffing. So one of it is like a sweater shirt thing that my mom gave me that I didn't want and she didn't want, and it looked like AI generated slop. So I just cut it up and I've been using it slowly for stuffing. I still have a ton left to cut up. You want a quick Mahjong tournament? That's cool. I've never played. I actually don't even know how to play. But that's neat. Good job. GG. That's true. That's true. And I feel like I've been sitting on it a little bit and I feel like I've kind of flattened it already. So I might need to fill it up even more. But I was trying to think of like what's a good way to get rid of my scraps? And I was like, oh, I can just put it in the pillow. But, oh, get in there, get in there. Spo, hey, welcome to the stream. Happy Sunday. How are you? What's new? What's the house? How's life? I think I'm gonna put a 4th here. We're gonna YOLO that one. I am working on a Halloween cardigan that I literally did last year and stopped because I screwed up the sleeves and I was very upset about it. So we're fixing that. Finally fixing it. So here's the sleeve. Make a scrap monster. I so badly want to make a scrap basket. That's on my to-do, but that's like, oh, I guess I could add this to my scrap basket. It's kind of long enough. Yeah, that's definitely long enough that I could, okay, that's a good idea. Yes. But I want to make a scrap basket so bad. But I don't have enough scraps for how big of a basket I want to make. So, but yeah, but I could do that as well, is make a scrap monster. But yeah, so here's the cardigan. It's very gloppy and gloopy. I need to figure out how to block it. I don't know what to do for that yet. It's a work in progress. But yeah, so it's very much giving first cardigan vibes, but that's fine because it is my first cardigan. So doing good today, nice. Currents are great, yes, yes. And this is very hot. Like I tried it on a couple times. I could. All right, I'll try it on just so you guys can see it with it on. But it's very hot. So it'll be nice. Hopefully we get some really cold weather now that I'm in Iowa. So I have a place that's cold, but here's with it on. So so hopefully the blocking will kind of smooth out this because now it's very lumpy. And this is like here I'll stand. And this is like curling up. So I'm gonna try and block it and then also iron because it's acrylic, so it should melt since it's plastic. So that's the goal. So here's the fixed sleeve is looking much better. Here's I like, can you see? Like, look at that. It's got like a dent. It goes in. I tried to like make the sleeve like do increases and decreases to like form the shape of an arm, and I was like, oh, it'll look so good when like the arm is down, because then it'll be like the shape of the arm. But then it turned out so bad, and so I did it in like the wrong spots, so it like goes up here and then down, and then like it goes down and out here. It's yeah, it's not good. So it looks like a puppy sleeve. Yeah, not what I wanted. And I didn't have the heart to frog it, because at the time I had done nonstop this from start to finish, and making this many like pumpkins, I have like no memory of this. It was like I have like one, and it was just like, I'm making a pumpkin, and like that's it. That's for all of them, because I did it all like at once. It was a lot. So at the time I was very tired, and I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. So now that it's been a year, and I feel like I'm only able to do it because I'm on stream, I have finally frogged one of the sleeves, and we're getting going on one sleeve. So it's slow going, but it's going. So new sleeve progress, looking much better. But I remember specifically buying my 6mm crochet hook for this project, because I was like, this kept curling when I was using, I think I used the 5 initially, and it just kept curling. And so then as I got farther out, I got the advice of like, oh, if it curls, like then increase your hook size. So I increased to a 5.5, and it kept curling, and I was like, I don't know what's going on. So I went to the store. I went to Joann's back when that was a thing, and I bought a 6, and that didn't help. So I'm gonna go with increasing the crochet hook size. Doesn't help. What I probably should have done is added more increases to the turn. I think I added some, but like I must not have done enough, because then it's like still really curling. So you know, believe how old I can believe it. I feel like you and Nina probably have like 1 million, like together, just like 1 million work in progresses. Oh no, so many unfinished projects. I'm trying not to be that. I'm trying not to do that. I just recently finished a couple old junk journals that I had just sitting around for the longest time. Finally finished some of those. Right now it's my repair clothing pile is the worst. So I just have these 2 crochet projects, just this and the crop top, and then that's it. So I'm hoping that'll be it. But it's so hard. I'll finish it eventually. Yes. And I still started another one. Oh no. I can't. It's so hard for me to do that. I have that right now actually with books. I'm in the middle of so many books, and it's so painful. I need to finish them. I hate having so many like books that I'm in the middle of. I used to have only one book at a time, and right now I think I'm in the middle of like 7 or something. I don't know, something dumb for me. I don't like that. But I'm definitely going to be tackling the clothing pile this week, because some of them are easy. Some like the jean shorts that I have, they just need a top stitch, and that's it. That's all they need, and then they'll be done. And other ones are probably gonna take a little bit more effort. So one of the skirts that I have is insanely cute, but it is too short. It's just, way too short. So I need to think of a way to lengthen it. So I was wondering, like, oh, should I do like pleats at the bottom? Here, like I'll show you the skirt. It's so cute, but it's so short. It doesn't look short when you see it, but then I'll show you. I bought it years ago, and I think I've worn it like once because it feels so awkward to wear because it's so short. I bought like booty shorts to go underneath it because it's that short. So here's the skirt. Isn't it so cute? It's so pretty. It's so cute. But it sits like your waist is like here. So you have like this much really to work with, and that is not enough. So I tried it on the other day because I was like, do I still, like, how does it fit? I need to remember how it fits. So I put it on and I was just like, there's my butt. We still have a problem. So I need to find a way to lengthen it at the bottom. And so I was wondering, oh, I could add maybe some like black fabric around and maybe have like pleats, like just plain black. Because I think that could kind of match. Because like you have all this design and decoration and then like you have an extra part at the bottom and like maybe it flares a little bit and that could be like black and it's fine. But you're like, yeah, I need to like do something to make this work. Because I was thinking initially like, oh, I could put some lace, but that's not gonna be enough. That's not gonna be enough. So this one is probably gonna be a later day project when I learn more about sewing and stuff and get more ideas and everything. Okay, it landed on the pile and it fell off. Riley wants to start painting these. Aw. He has to finish cleaning his stuff first. The pain. The pain. You like to make revealing clothing? Bro. Bro. I didn't make that one. So you're wrong. Oh my god, the shirt, the first shirt that I made. I don't think I mentioned this. I was really pissed at my parents for their reaction to it because I thought it was super cute. Alexander was like, you do know what you're wearing, right? When you wear this. I did make it a size too small, to be fair. I should have done another round. However, I still think it's a cute shirt, okay? It's a granny stitch diamond. So you have the diamond here at the top. So the straps come around the neck on this side. And then I did have just the straps on the other diamond points on this side, but it was not enough. So I looped the straps up higher. So then you had 2 points to then strap into the back. And I think it's cute. It's maybe a little young for me. Yeah, clothing. I can understand that critique. However, I still like it. Okay. I did end up, I don't know, I made it work. But when my parents saw it, my dad basically called me a slut. So, I was not happy with it. I was gonna wear it to a dinner. I was gonna put a jacket on so you wouldn't have my arms out. You know, I was gonna make it, I was gonna cover up. But after my dad said that, I was like, okay, I am not going to this dinner anymore. You guys can just go without me. So, that was the story of that shirt. I wouldn't mind wearing it on stream. However, I feel like I would probably attract the wrong crowd, given that it's Twitch. But maybe I'll take a picture and I'll share it on a Discord with me wearing it. Because it is cute! It's really pretty. I like the color. It's got a variation of pinks, and one of the stripes is like a light tannish brown. So it's got like a bunch of pinks and like that one like, it's like, it works though. It works. It's like a very desaturated pink, I guess. Leaning tan. It's cute. Okay. And it was an experiment. I showed it to my brother and my sister-in-law, the one who got hit by a car. I hate that. That's like how I have to reference her now. But they thought it was cute. So, and when I told them what my parents said, they were like, bruh. So I appreciated that. I was like, thank you. It is cute. But yeah, the crop was a little... And they can decide to show it. I know, it made me so mad. It made me so mad. And I was like, dude, I was gonna wear a jacket and just like, my mom just like comes up to me and like stares like right there. And she's like, oh my god, Samantha. And I'm just like, bruh. I think it's because like I don't ever normally wear clothing like that, but I wanted to experiment. Like I've wanted to try different stuff with my clothes. I did a lot of clothing experimenting last year, wearing like stuff in my closet that I never wear. And they didn't seem to have a problem with some of that stuff, but now I was like wearing that and they're like, oh my god, my daughter. But I mean, they're both Republicans, so that's probably a factor. The no fun allowed party. All right, I know we're over time. We're gonna drink water and I'm gonna finish at least this orange row. And then we can probably call it there. And then I'm gonna get back to work. Tried that on me once and I turned the tables. Yeah, yeah. I mean, they know that I was upset about it. Like, I canceled me going to dinner and I told my mom why, and she was like, oh, he didn't mean to say that. I'm like, yes, he did. Stop defending him. That's where you make, yeah. Yeah, right? Like, and then I started wearing more makeup lately. Mostly just eyeshadow. And one of my friends is just like, are you wearing makeup? Like, sometimes people just mix things up and try things, okay? Don't judge me for it. Like, this is a new shirt. This is actually my sister-in-law's shirt. The one who got hit by a car. I need to be able to reference her a different way. The one who lives in Georgia. How about that? They live in Georgia, and this shirt didn't fit her, or she just didn't feel like comfortable in it. And it's wild because she is tiny. She is small, like SMOL. She is very small, and so she gave me a couple clothes to try to see if I would want them. So this was one of the shirts, and it's see-through, so you have to have a bra. Which is not fun for me because then I get extra hot and I hate bras. But it fit, and I was like, whoa, that's crazy. And then she gave me a bunch of shorts to try, and all of them fit. And I'm like, how is this possible? I'm like twice your height. What in the world? So that's one of the, or two of the shorts I need to fix. One of them has a hole in it. And I need to figure out what to do with that. And then the other one I just need to top stitch. So that'll take 2 seconds. But I was actually wanting jean shorts. That was back when, you know, living in Florida. But it's been hot here anyway, so it worked out. But yeah, so I was excited about that. For sure. But I mean, that's that brother though. That brother and his wife have always been like, oh, you're doing your thing? That's cool. Like when I told them about, oh my god, did I talk about the wheelchair drama? My parents were put on this earth to test me, I swear to God. So I wanted to tell my brother first that I got a wheelchair, but then his wife got hit by a car. So that kind of took precedent for conversation topics. So I did later text him, and I texted it in like a funny way of like, I don't remember, but I made like some kind of joke about it. And I sent a picture of it, and I sent it to both my brothers, and real color, I know. So I sent it to both my brothers, and of course, the middle brother responded, made his own joke, being like, "Oh, my wife needs that." Like, she just got hit by a car. My wife needs that. And then like, "Oh, how are you gonna decorate it?" Like that was his response. My other brother failed the test, and he was just like, "What the fuck? Like, is this for your vertigo?" And it's like, I don't have vertigo. Like, you were the one who diagnosed me. So he failed the test. But then my mom, I told her over the phone, and I like worked up to it. I like built up to it because I knew she was gonna have a time with this. And I was just saying like, oh, I have been having more flares recently, and it's been hot, and I haven't been feeling well, and for my delusions, sheesh. That's what all the doctors thought it was for the longest time. So I built it up. It's like, oh, I did some research and I found this thing to help me with it, and it's a wheelchair. And I haven't even told them about the shower chair yet. I don't even know if I want to do that. But I might actually tell my brother about the shower chair, because then his wife could actually use a shower chair. I should do that. Anyway, But yeah, so I told her about the wheelchair, and immediately she just was having a moment of just like, I don't even know how to describe it. Just clearly she was distressed and bothered and not happy about it. But like she has this thing where she can't like upset people. She doesn't like when people are upset with her. And so she's like a people pleaser, but like even more so with her children. So she can't be upset about it because then that would upset me, which would upset her. So she has to like cover up her upsetness. But she's very bad at it. So I know she's upset about it. And oh man, so she's like, well, maybe like what have you been eating? Have you been drinking enough? Blah blah blah. And I'm just like, oh my god, like exactly, right? Because you should. I'm glad you've been so healthy. The concept of using, yeah, I know. And she knows that I've had this problem, and she knows that I've used a wheelchair before. That's what happened last year when we were at the aquarium for my birthday, and I had that flare up. And that's, I think, the first time in a long time that I've had it in front of them. So my mom does, like, it's in the back of her mind. She just doesn't even remember it anymore, the flare-ups that I had when I was younger. And so this is the first time in a long time that I've had it in front of her. And then my brother happened to be there. So he was able to help, you know, ask all the right questions, like, what are you feeling? What's going on? Like, blah, blah, blah. So he was able to help diagnose, like, in the moment. And then he got me a wheelchair. And then, oh, what's this? I felt better in the wheelchair. So she has lived experience with me using a wheelchair and being better with a wheelchair right there. But no, she had to make it a thing. And the reason, though, I told her first was because I didn't want to tell my dad. I'm like, I'm not going to be the person to tell my dad. You can take on that responsibility. You can deal with that. I'm not going to be dealing with that because my dad already gave me so much shit over the parking placard. And I was like, I cannot. But yeah, my mom has a huge guilt trip thing. I have like major issues with guilt trip because of my mom. So you'd rather I suffer? Exactly, right? Like, it's so dumb. It's so dumb. I don't... it's so annoying to deal with. But that's why I was like really glad that my brother was like so good about it. Because it's like, oh man. But we're good with each other. We're like very trusting with each other about just talking about stuff because we know like our parents aren't gonna be good about it. Oh my god, Donnie, don't even get me started. My parents, mostly my dad, he was so anti-therapy for the longest time. He thought that psychologists were like there to just take your money and just blame the parents. And what's so funny is that he super has mom trauma. Like, there's no doubt in my mind that he doesn't have like massive trauma with his mom. He's just really messed up whenever he meets her, but just pretends otherwise. But anyway, like me doing therapy last year was like very uncomfortable for him. And he's getting better there for sure, but it's still just like an annoying process to deal with. But yeah, he's very much like, oh, they always blame the parents, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, well, who else's fault would it be? Who do you live with? Like, you know, it's either your parents or whoever like raised you. But yeah, my dad gave me a huge issue with getting a parking placard, and my mom did too. But like, I'm better at dealing with my mom's issues because like I can just guilt trip her right back at this point, and so she's easy like to deal with. My dad is not so much. So he was more of a pain to deal with. But with my mom, I was like, well, the 2 therapists that I talked to recommended it, and the doctor that I was talking to recommended it, and so that, like, the cardiologist, said that was a good idea, blah blah blah. It's not your fault that much either, though. But it's like literally every single doctor that I talked to said I should get a parking placard, and so my mom was like, oh, okay, well, if the professionals say, then okay. But then my dad is like, you don't need a parking placard, blah blah blah. And then like the first time that I used it, I just wanted to try it out, just like to use it. So when we went to where did we go? I think we went to the YMCA and just went to the gym, and I was like, oh, let's try out just parking there. My dad was so upset about it. He did not want to park there, which like I at least in one hand understand his reasoning of like, oh, we don't necessarily need it right now. Like I didn't feel bad at that moment, so he like didn't want to use the spot. So like that part I understand, but then the other part was like had nothing to do with that, and he's just like, oh, it's like you don't need it in like a different way, and it was just like, ugh. Anyway, so I didn't want to tell him that I got a wheelchair. Yeah. Oh my god. My dad got really. Oh, I didn't even talk about the ADHD thing because my dad doesn't want. It took me a long time because I had imposter syndrome and internalized ableism to be like, am I disabled? And I had to have the 2 therapists and Alexander be like, yes, you are, like you literally are, to be like, okay, I can start trying to get used to saying this word about myself. And sometimes I still kind of struggle to say I am disabled, because sometimes it's like, am I disabled enough to be considered disabled, so I have that going on. But then for my parents it's like totally different. Like they just don't even want to hear the word. And then also like because for them growing up, like ADHD and like other mental illnesses and stuff were derogatory, like they were seen as insults, so they have a tough time adapting to that. So when I got my diagnosis and my nephew got his diagnosis, which I also think my nephew's autistic, but they haven't done a test for that yet, but at least I think I told you all that his mom is starting to get there, that she thinks he's autistic too. I'm like, thank you. Get him tested, please. But yeah, so like they were still trying to adjust with him getting his diagnosis. And then, once we all started to look more into it, since I was diagnosed with it and my nephew was diagnosed with it, well, it's inherited. So we're like, where did it come from? And then like, once we all thought that, we started to learn more about like the symptoms and like, this, what's it called? Like the stuff that, when you're autistic, when you have ADHD, we learned more about it, and we asked ourselves that question of like, where did this come from? Simultaneously, all of us turned to my dad. And he was not happy about that. So it's been an interesting like year and a half. For sure. Oh my god. Okay, I need a frog. I don't have enough orange. But yeah, he was very much not happy about that. Does he have a model strain? No, he's not autistic. He is, but he's very much ADHD, 1000%. He's probably got it worse than me, to be honest. Realistically, I'd probably have to frog back more, but I super don't want to. But no, he's very like easily distracted. He has to make noise and like have stimulation all of the time. Whenever we're in a car, like no matter how far it's going, he either has to be talking or he has to be playing music or he has to be singing along, and he's just singing like all the time, and it's just like all of this stuff, and just he has to write everything down, and he's very forgetful, and like just name a symptom and of ADHD and like he has it. And he's also extremely impulsive, to the point where my mom doesn't let him babysit the kids. And she really struggles whenever she has to babysit one of the kids and my dad is there, because then it's like you're babysitting 2 children. And my oldest nephew knows this, and so he has been put in charge of also babysitting my dad sometimes. And he's 10. Cars can run without music playing. Yeah, like he's just nonstop. Everything's got to be stimulating, and just the impulsiveness though is just nuts. It's out of control. So he very much has the impulsive side of ADHD. But it's really funny though, and we're all like, where did this come from? And then we all just like simultaneously look at my dad, and my dad is like, give him a spinner for his next birthday. He's got like stim things that he uses that aren't necessarily stim toys. It's really funny. But this is like, my dad is very much like, because he was super like anti-tree hugger, anti-meditation, anti-therapy, anti-psychology, anti like all of this new age stuff. And then one of my favorite stories, I've told this before, but I'm telling it again because it's super funny. But one of my favorite stories to tell about my dad that I feel like sums him up perfectly is when he was at his old job working there. They had a like sort of seminar session thing where they had a special guest come in, and they got all the employees together in a group, and she did a session with these people where she would dim the lights, talk very softly, talk very calmly, have everybody close their eyes and breathe deep and even, and she would sort of walk them through good thoughts and calming things. And then afterwards, everybody felt great. One person fell asleep. It was very funny. My dad came home and he was just over the moon about this and saying how awesome it was, how amazing it was, how great he felt after it. And I was just like, Dad, that's meditation. Like, you meditated. And he just shut down, didn't talk to me for the rest of the night. And he was so mad. It's my favorite story. Oh my god, it's so great. It just sums him up perfectly. And that is my dad in a nutshell. And yeah, so there we go. I am like, that's not meditation. He was so upset. But yeah. All right. I'm like crazy overtime today. Y'all got me talking, and I need to go to work. I need to work. So hopefully y'all enjoyed today's stream. We didn't really get very far, but we did some. So there's the result so far. I don't crochet very fast, so there we go. Go train. Yes, we must. So my dad just smoke weed and you'll be fine. Why would you do that? Is it right? But yeah, so here's how far we got. Hopefully by next week I'll have it done, and then we can do something else on stream. I don't know what yet, but we'll think of something. But yeah, so thanks for hanging out. Yay, progress. Yes. And the sleeves are already looking better, and it'll be comfy. It'll be good. Put positive thoughts out there. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with the stream. Hope you have an awesome rest of your Sunday. An awesome rest of your day. Drink lots of water because my voice is gone. And yeah, I'll see you guys. Oh wait, am I going live next week? I don't even remember the schedule. I gotta look it up because I thought I had something happening this week. I'm not sure, but I'll let y'all know. We have to distract her harder. Yeah, next time for sure. All right, have a good one, y'all. Thanks for hanging out.